Hey, how's it going? My name's Ruby, and let's check out some news. For the first time ever, scientists reckon they've managed to record a Marsquake. The faint rumbling underground was picked up by NASA's InSight lander, and it's got experts pretty excited.
This is the sound of Mars's moving surface. Sounds kinda alien, doesn't it? The InSight lander picked it up earlier this month, and it's the first time we've recorded a sound that came from inside the planet. Scientists are still trying to work out exactly what made the noise, but if it is a Marsquake, well, that would be very cool. Here on Earth, quakes happen when parts of the planet's crust, aka tectonic plates, lock together and then break apart. Mars doesn't seem to have tectonic plates, so it's thought that Marsquakes happen when the planet cools, contracts, and then cracks. It's InSight's job to pick up a quake's sound waves, so scientists can study how they bounce off layers underground and work out what makes up the inside of the planet. This recording was only really small. We wouldn't have even felt it on Earth, but it's a good sign that the lander's tech is working, and we could be hearing a lot more creepy noises in the future.
In the lead up to the first ever Fortnite World Cup, some big-name streamers are struggling to qualify. The second weekly qualifying tournament happened on the weekend, and a duo made up of Tfue and FaZe Cloak came 84th. Not a great result considering you have to finish in the top 3 to qualify for the finals. But you know who did worse? Arguably the most famous Fortnite streamer in the world, Ninja.
Ninja trying to find some...
His duo with Reverse 2K came 130th. Ouch. Lake Eyre in South Australia spends most of its time dry and pretty empty. But thanks to some serious rain earlier this year that's been travelling down the country, plus more rain on the way, experts reckon it could soon be the fullest we've seen it since 1974. When it's full, Lake Eyre is the biggest lake in Australia. But that only happens about 4 times in a century. The Merriam-Webster dictionary has to stay on brand, so it's been getting swole with 640 new words. Some of them you are probably familiar with, others maybe not.
Introducing some of the brand new additions to the Merriam-Webster dictionary. There are completely new words like swole, which describes someone who's very muscly, new meanings to old words like snowflake, which can now also mean someone who's overly sensitive, and even new acronyms, which is when each letter represents a word. EGOT is a term for people who have won an Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and a Tony Award, like John Legend, Audrey Hepburn, and Whoopi Goldberg. The dictionary company Merriam-Webster says the English language never stops evolving, so naturally they have to keep updating their dictionary all the time to keep it current. So how do they decide what goes in? Well, it's a bit of a big process that involves lexicographers or people who compile dictionaries, scanning online newspapers, books, magazines, websites, and even TV shows and movies until they find words that are being used a lot.
Our next segment goes where others fear to tread. It's called Danger. Keep out. Generally, when you're surrounded by ice and snow, it's a good idea to keep out of pools full of water. But at this slope soaker competition, it's kind of unavoidable. Prizes were given out for best costumes, tricks, and crashes, and there were definitely plenty of those. But hey, I'm guessing they didn't need anyone to get them an ice pack. English soccer club Watford's done a pretty poor job of keeping Southampton striker Shane Long out. It took Long just 7.69 seconds to score.
What a start! Less than 10 seconds played.
That's the fastest ever goal in Premier League history. And this poor, exhausted polar bear was found roaming around a Russian village, apparently having floated there on a block of ice from more than 700 kilometres away. Obviously, it was pretty dangerous and locals wanted to keep it out, so authorities tranquilised it and helped it get back home in a helicopter. And that's it for today, guys. But tell me, Fortnite World Cup, are there any streamers that you've been watching who might qualify? Or are you trying to qualify? Let us know in the comments and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.